This video is on how to file income tax return in Form ITR1. Form ITR1 can be used for filing income tax return by resident individuals having income from salary or pension, income from a single house property, income from other sources such as interest, dividend, gifts, etc., income from agriculture that is exempt income of not more than Rs 5,000. From assessment year 25-26, Form ITR1 can also be used for reporting income from long-term capital gains under Section 112A up to Rs 1,25,000. Please note the total income that can be reported in Form ITR1 cannot exceed Rs 50 lakhs. Let us first check the prerequisites for filing Form ITR1. You should be a registered user on the e-filing portal with a valid user ID and password, and your residential status should be resident. This video covers the steps for filing Form ITR1 in online mode. Please note, ITR1 can also be filed in offline mode using departmental Excel utility or common offline utility. The utility can be downloaded from the downloads section of the income tax e-filing portal. The pre-filled JSON file of Form ITR1 can be downloaded from the portal and imported in the utility. To know more, you may refer to our video on filing of income tax return in offline mode. Before moving to the steps of filing ITR1 in online mode, let us first check the key changes applicable in the form for assessment year 25-26. In the personal information section, while providing bank account details, type of bank account is required to be selected from the available drop-down options. In case the taxpayer is having multiple bank accounts, refund will be credited to one of the pre-validated bank accounts available after processing of the return. Also, please note the 28-digit Aadhaar enrollment ID is no longer acceptable. The field now accepts only valid 12-digit Aadhaar number. In the gross total income section, long-term capital gains under Section 112A, that is gains from listed equity shares and equity-oriented mutual funds, can be reported in ITR1 provided the amount of long-term capital gain does not exceed Rs 1,25,000 and there are no brought forward losses or losses to be carried forward under the capital gains head. Previously, taxpayers were required to file either ITR2 or ITR3 for reporting any capital gains. This change allows taxpayers with small amount of long-term capital gains to use the simpler ITR1 form. In the total deductions section, taxpayers are now required to provide detailed disclosures for claiming the deductions. Also, for claiming the deduction under Section 80GG, that is rent paid where HRA is not received, the taxpayers are mandatorily required to submit Form 10BA electronically and enter the acknowledgement number of the form in the income tax return. Failure to file Form 10BA may disqualify the deduction under Section 80GG. Let us now check the steps for filing Form ITR1 in the online mode. You are required to go to e-filing portal homepage and click on Login. On the login screen, enter your username and password. Post login, go to e-file, click on income tax return and then go to file income tax return from the dashboard. Select the assessment year 25-26 from the drop-down menu and select the mode of filing as online and then click on continue button. In case you've already saved the draft of income tax return and it is pending for submission, you can click on resume filing. In case you wish to discard the saved return and start preparing the return afresh, you can click on start new filing. You are required to select the status applicable to you to proceed further. Once you select the status, click on continue. Select the ITR form, that is ITR1, from the drop-down menu. Click on proceed with ITR1 button. You can read the message in the pop-up regarding the choice of tax regime and note that the new tax regime is the default regime. You can compare the tax liability as per the new and old tax regime before filing the return of income. You can also note that a significant exemptions and deductions are not available in the new tax regime and then click on OK. Now you can check the eligibility to file ITR1 and the list of documents required and then click on Let's Get Started. You are required to answer that are you filing the income tax return for any of the following reasons. Select the checkbox applicable to you and then click on Continue. On the return summary page, there are 5 tabs that you must confirm. Click on the Personal Information tab first. Personal Information tab has 4 parts: Profile, Contact Details, Filing section and Bank Details. You can check the Profile section and edit the other parts of the personal information if required. Select the nature of employment from the drop-down menu and select the radio button in the Filing section. As new tax regime is the default tax regime, option No will be auto-selected to the question, do you wish to exercise the option under section 115 BAC subsection 6 of opting out of the new tax regime? If you wish to opt out of the new tax regime, you can select Yes. Please note, the Finance Act 2023 has amended the provisions of section 115 BAC 1A to make new tax regime as the default tax regime for the assessee being an individual. If you do not wish to pay tax according to the default tax regime, you will have to explicitly opt out of it and choose to be taxed under the old tax regime. To exercise this option, you must indicate the choice of tax regime in the return of income furnished for the relevant assessment year. In the bank account section, you can enter the details and pre-validate the bank account. You may nominate at least one bank account for refund. Personal Information tab is now confirmed. You can click on Gross Total Income tab. In the Gross Total Income tab, you can enter the income details: salary, income from house property, long-term capital gains under section 112A, income from other sources, and exempt income. You can click the Edit button and add the details of the salary income. Also, you can click on the Edit button to add the details of the house property income. You can click on Add Another button to enter the interest on borrowed capital. For claiming the interest on borrowed capital under section 24B, you are required to provide the details of the loan. You can click on Income from Other Sources and select the nature of income, enter the amount, and then click on Save. Click on Add Details to add exempt income. Enter the details of exempt income and then click on Add. From assessment year 25-26, you can disclose long-term capital gains under section 112A up to Rs 1,25,000 in ITR 1 under income on which no tax is payable. After entering the details of total sale consideration, total cost of acquisition, you can click on Confirm. After adding the details of all the incomes, now you can confirm to verify the income details. Gross Total Income tab is now confirmed. You can click on Total Deductions tab. You can verify and claim the deductions here by clicking on the relevant deduction tile and then click on Confirm. Please note, default regime is the new tax regime. If you have not opted for the old tax regime, only deductions under section 80CCD2, that is employer's contribution to tier 1 NPS account, and 80CCH, that is the amount deposited in the Agniveer Corpus Fund, will be enabled. For claiming deductions under section 80C, 80CCD1 and 80D, you need to provide additional information. Similarly, for claiming deduction under section 80DD, you are required to provide the details in respect of maintenance, including medical treatment of a dependent who is a person with disability. Claiming deduction under section 80E, you are required to provide the details of the interest on loan taken for higher education. For claiming deduction under section 80G, you are required to give some additional information for claiming the deduction and also required to submit Form 10BA to claim the deduction. For claiming deduction under section 80U in case of a person with disability, you are required to file Form 10IA before filing the return of income. Deductions tab is now confirmed. You can click on Tax Paid tab. Here you can verify the tax paid as TDS on salary, TDS other than salary, TCS, advance tax, self-assessment tax, and then click on Confirm. Tax Paid tab is now confirmed. You can click on Tax Liability tab. You can verify the tax liability details as per the income details. Tax Liability tab is now confirmed. You can click on Proceed to Verification. If any tax payment is required to be made, you can click on Pay Now or Pay Later. It is advisable to verify the challan details in ITR after payment of tax before filing the return of income. If no payment is required to be made, you can click on Preview Return. On the Preview and Submit Your Return page, you can select the Declaration checkbox, add the necessary details, and then click on Proceed to Validation. Once validated, you can click on Preview and then submit your return. At the time of validation, you can be shown a list of validation errors. You can click on the hyperlink and go back to the form to correct the errors. If there are no errors, you can proceed to preview your return. This is the preview of your return. You can click on Proceed to Validation. Once the return is successfully validated with upload level validations, you can click on Proceed to Verification. You can select the option through which you wish to verify your return and then click on Continue. Once the return is e-verified, a success message will be displayed along with the transaction ID and acknowledgement number. You will also receive a confirmation message on your mobile number and email ID registered on the e-filing portal. Filing your ITR 1 is very easy. To know more, you may visit our website www.incometax.gov.in or contact our helpline numbers.